even if you take all the steps to maximize your SEO, like getting listed in local directories, setting up your social media pages, choosing a good name that search engines are going to like, it's still going to take a long time to start showing up at the top of Google. It's going to be very frustrating and super annoying, and you're going to feel like you're not making any progress at all and that you're going to be paying for leads forever. So what we like to do is do everything we can to get there as fast as possible. One of the ways to do that is to get yourself on the front page of Yelp, and then I'll show you how you end up on the top of Google by doing that. So 2 secs, let me share my screen. Okay, so here we are on the Google homepage, and we're just going to do a search for cleaning services in my city, which is Victoria, BC. Best cleaning services, Victoria, BC. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are. Here's the search engine results page. This is called the SERP, whatever. It's some SEO lingo. Don't worry about it. Up at the top here is sponsored paid ads. We're just going to flip right through there. This is the Google local 3-pack, which is where you ultimately want to be. There we are. But you're not going to get there now at the beginning. Just put that aside. Put a pin in that. So we keep going down. And here we come to what we're talking about, the Yelp result, 10 best home cleaning services in Victoria, BC. And here we are, Oak Bay Clean, right there. So you want to click through, and you see that, again, this is all sponsored results at the top. Kevin's going to go into this. So this is the organic results. And here we are, Oak Bay Clean. So we're on the front page of Yelp. And by being on the front page of Yelp, we get onto the front page of Google. So we'll just flip back. I just want to talk about a couple things. So this is something you can do pretty quickly by implementing what Kevin is going to talk about. It's not particularly difficult. It's slightly tedious and a little annoying, but you can definitely do it, and it will definitely get you here a lot faster than it's going to get you on the top of Google, just organic results or getting into the 3-pack. And you'll notice, here's the front page. These people don't have a lot of reviews. I mean, we have one. Kevin's going to go into what Yelp reviews are like and how Yelp's system is weird, but you don't need to let that deter you. To get to the top of the Google 3-pack, you need to have a lot of reviews, but Yelp, no, you don't need to. You just need to do what Kevin tells you to do. It took us literally 2 days. I did what Kevin said when I took the course in 2021, this course that you're taking here, and it took 2 days to get on the front page of Yelp. So, oh, yay! Yes, celebrate. So this is something you definitely want to do because customers will find you this way. We got our first customer through our Yelp listing. She was a residential client, and then she turned into also a commercial client. We ended up cleaning her office as well. So do not sleep on this. Do not think, oh, just because in my area Yelp doesn't work, people don't use it. They do, and you can. Okay, do this. Definitely do it. Okay, so Kevin, take it away. Show us what we need to do to get on the front page of Yelp, please.
All right, cool. So you can think of all these other platforms in kind of a similar way where they're kind of like a mini Google where you can rank on them sometimes in ways other than paying them or just having the most reviews. They use a lot of other things like keywords, which we're going to go into, that you can use to start ranking even with little or no reviews. So I searched here on Yelp for Los Angeles, and I'm using the keyword house cleaning. So one thing that's important to note is that this is a keyword, and then also the city is a keyword. And this is important because sometimes people aren't searching for Los Angeles if they're in West Hollywood or Beverly Hills or Westwood or any of these smaller areas. And so those are also keywords. And so it's important to use those throughout your profile, which we're going to see in a second. With Yelp, these are basically the different sections that they have. These are sponsored results. I'm going to skip these. And I'll just quickly say too, don't typically recommend paying to be here if you have no reviews. These companies here basically have no reviews. People are coming to Yelp because they want a trusted company that has reviews on there. So if you don't have any, it's just pointless to be paying Yelp when you don't have any reviews. They will tell you different. They will tell you that the best way to get reviews, but you're not going to get that many leads or have a good ROI on your investment there. So down here in this section, this is the organic search results from Yelp. And a lot of other platforms have this. I'm going to scroll down. There's an example that I like to use. This is Amy's Angels Cleaning. Usually they're in almost always in the first page. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on here and let's just kind of go through their page real quick. So here, there's a portfolio of the business. This is also a sponsored section, so you don't have to have this initially. And all these little sections that they have here. Let me see. They have this guarantee that they have, and then another thing too is the response times. So on almost all of these platforms are tracking your response times, which basically means when a user sends you a message, how quickly do you respond? With Yelp, you can ask a quote from several different companies, and Yelp is just tracking all of these different companies and how quickly they're responding. What these platforms really want is a good user experience for their customers. And so they want to make sure that they're serving those customers with companies that are very responsive. And that's extremely true on Thumbtack. It's one of their probably top 3 ways that they'll rank you on their search results page. So you want to make sure that you're using their apps on your phone so that you're getting those messages immediately and you're responding to them right away. In a lot of these platforms, you're also able to set certain times that you're available to respond to those messages. So make sure you utilize that so nobody messages you at 1 o'clock in the morning and you don't respond until 8 o'clock. And then that changes your average response time from 10 minutes to, 55 minutes or whatever. I'm just going to go through again on this page. Some common things that I find that people don't do very well. And I'm going to probably say this again and again on this call. They don't fill things out properly. So about the business, read more. This is just such a great example. They've filled this out basically as much as they can. This is exactly what you want to do. And what you'll see here is they use keywords like residential house cleaning, commercial, Los Angeles County, professional cleaners. These are all keywords. They basically paid somebody to write this up. And nowadays you can use ChatGPT to do this for you and include these keywords. People have caught on to this, and there's a little warning message. And basically, you just don't want to fill this with just keywords, but you do want to make it sound like you're actually talking about your specialties. But again, you'll see professional cleaning, clean, one-time cleaning, recurring cleaning. These are basically different keywords so that when somebody searches for this keyword, those profiles with these keywords are going to show up. If I go back to this the main page here, I search for the term house cleaning, and what you're going to see is that same keyword highlighted in bold here and here and here in these organic search results. So they're basically seeing, okay, which profiles are including this keyword in there. And that's how they're serving up these different profiles. There's a lot of different things that they're also looking at. It's not just keywords, but it's definitely one of the most important things that you want to do, especially when it comes to Yelp. So these sections, make sure that you're putting these keywords in here. And then the other thing too that they do a pretty good job with is if I go to photos and videos, all of these different pictures here, when we click on them, what they do is they include these different keywords. So they'll have cleaning and then Los Angeles. And all of these images that we see here, you can upload a bunch of images to Yelp, and it's just another area to input your keywords. So in all of the images, if you look at this example and you go through, you're going to see a bunch of different keywords. I mean, this is just a picture of a bedroom. It doesn't really matter what the picture is of exactly, but what they're doing that you can see here is for cleaning Santa Monica. And again, you'll see this, shower, Los Angeles, home cleaning, Alhambra, California, regular cleaning. Again, they have this hundreds of times on their profile. And these are different keywords. So when somebody searches Palo Verde, this profile is more likely to show up than if all they said in here was Los Angeles or nothing. You want to make sure that no matter if it's Yelp or whatever other platform you're on, you take your time and fill out this profile completely with keywords and a bunch of images. So if you just upload 5 images, nobody's probably going to find your profile. And again, another really important thing is the response times on all these different platforms. So location and hours, again, when you're filling this out, they're just using a standard address. It doesn't really matter. And then they're using this service area to basically denote where they work. And this also helps with search as well. So when people are searching for area specific in this service area, that has a play in what's served in those search results. And then ask the community. So you can have your friends ask questions in here on your profile. They can ask a question and you can answer it. And again, including keywords. And it's just more content that you're putting on these pages. And then they have the reviews as well. So a lot of people, they also have a little difficulty when it comes to a brand new Yelp page. What they'll find is a lot of their initial reviews get flagged and then aren't public. So, Amy's Cleaning Angels has 158 on here that just got flagged. One thing that you'll notice too, a lot of these profiles, they have basically no friends. They don't have a lot of reviews. They don't have a lot of images uploaded to Yelp. So if you're asking friends and family or even customers, it's important to ask them which platforms they use. So if they're an avid Yelp user, then you want them to leave you a review on Yelp. It's much more likely to stick if they're doing that. If they've never used Yelp before, it's probably not worthwhile for them to leave a review on Yelp, but instead leave you a review on Google. And the other thing too is a lot of these reviews that get flagged do not include images. And it's not a sure guarantee, but if you're asking, people initially, like friends and family, to leave you a review, if they can leave you a review with images like this, and if they're a really good friend, maybe they could put in some keywords for each of these images, it's much more likely for this review to stick and not be hidden if they include images in it, because that's just a criteria that Yelp uses to gauge if the review is legitimate or not. So yeah, I mean, those things are kind of like the main stuff about Yelp. It's kind of self-explanatory, but it's just one of the most common things I find is that people don't fill out their Yelp profiles all the way. There's also a bunch of products that, let me see if there's any examples on here. Okay, so what you'll see here is like $10 for $20 deal. So if I click on this, so here they have this 10 for $20 deal, and they also have buy gift certificates. So I highly recommend that you add as many of these as you can. And you also have the highest amount possible. I think they allow up to $500 or so. So you can do a deal for like 300 to $500 worth of cleaning. And I recommend having the highest amount because it gives Yelp the ability to make a little bit more money from your profile if somebody buys that. And so that means that you're more likely to be ranking on the search results page because you're offering deals versus not offering any deals, and Yelp has no way of earning revenue from your profile. So you want to make sure those are filled out as well, and you're offering whatever kind of deals that you could offer. And again, they didn't really do a great job here. This is something you don't want to do where you're just the specialties. I mean, this is just like bare bones. So you definitely want to have a lot more in here. If I go to Amy's Angels Cleaning, meet the business owner section, this isn't the area for like your personal life story and how you got to where you are today. This is just another area for you to add in more keywords. So you'll see here, cleaning, organizing, again, cleaning, and then adding in like you grew up in the city. So you'll have the city name in there, and you move to another city, which is another city that you locate in, that you service in. So just think about it from a way of like placing keywords in here and being a little bit strategic when it comes to your profile instead of just getting it up, putting 5 images on there, and then calling it a day. This is true with all these other platforms. The most successful companies on here work the platforms. They're logging in every couple of days, updating it, adding new images. Those are things that these platforms track. Again, like I mentioned, they want to make sure that their users have a good experience and that the companies that they reach out to on their platform are going to be able to respond quickly and provide them with some type of service. And so you want to make sure that not only are you logging in here regularly, if you don't log in here for 2 months, you're not going to get any business from Yelp. But if you have the app on your phone, and I mean the app for business owners, and you're constantly responding to leads and all that stuff, you're much more likely to actually have this platform be successful for your business. I think that's about it. Oh, and one more thing too. I'll just quickly mention. I did mention how these are keywords. So if you actually change it like from house to home cleaning, again, the importance of having different keywords, what you'll notice is that these search results are going to be a little bit different. So this was number 2. Now it's number 1. Let me see where Amy is. Amy's down a little bit, but you'll see that some that weren't showing up earlier are showing up because just even going from house to home is a little bit different. So make sure you're putting in all the little cities, all the little villages, whatever you have throughout your profile, and not just the main city that you service. And then also house cleaning, home cleaning, different variations, all that stuff throughout your profile. So I'm going to end the share there.
Yeah, so that's, like, exactly what we did. We posted a gajillion photos. We prioritized happy, smiling faces, which you've heard us talk about so many times before, because people respond to those kinds of images. And we made sure to include the neighborhood names, plus a keyword like cleaning, move out cleaning, deep cleaning, post construction cleans, whatever. And we just keep maintaining it. At one point, we were doing it once a week. We were adding a new photo, new keywords once a week. Now we've kind of slacked off a bit on it. But if you set up your Yelp page and just forget about it, you are sleeping on a gold mine. Like this, it really does work. Even if you're not doing paid Yelp ads, because they'll start calling you trying to sell you ads for sure. They'll offer you like $300 in free ads. Like just you don't need to do that. You just need to maintain your page, and you will get bookings. You will get eyes on your business. So yeah, do it.
But then the other thing too, like, even if you are in Canada and Yelp isn't a big thing, that doesn't mean that Yelp won't be a big thing, right? So all they have to do is just start marketing a little bit more to service companies. And then Yelp can be your first, second, or third best source of new customers a year from now. There's a lot of other platforms where they're starting to grow and they're getting some traction. So when you Google, house cleaning in your city, you're going to see these different platforms. And I would recommend just, going from page 1 to page 2 to page 3, even look at the different platforms on like page 10 and listing on there. 'Cause it doesn't cost any money. You're getting another backlink to your website that Google can use to help rank your site. And there's just no reason not to. So you want to be on as many platforms as possible.